Hello, vlog people. Well, I'm thrilled this Friday, on my Friend Friday, to bring you my friend, Bill Brochtrup.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, Bill has been a very good friend of mine for a very long time, and you probably know him from many television things. For the longest period, it was NYPD Blue. Mm-hmm. Forever. For how many years?
Well, 10.
Wow.
Really, in real time. In real time, like in 7 seasons plus, and a long time.
I can't imagine having a job for 10 years. Right now, I can't even imagine having one for 10 minutes.
10 minutes. I know. There is a nice security when the people who are working on the lot start to know who you are. They just like wave you in.
Right. You
get your own parking space. That's
but you know what?
I'm
such a show business fan, and I'm such every time I drive on a lot, I get a little chill. Every time, with Broadway shows, every time I walk in the stage door, I'm not always completely conscious of it, but very often I'm like, I get to be. It's like history has preceded me, you know. Now, when you work on a show for that many years, though, do you ever lose that and be like, yeah?
Sometimes, and I would catch myself and think like that's a very wrong way to think, because obviously we're very lucky to be there. You're very lucky to have that kind of a job. I felt. I was
and you
lucky.
Find a family with that.
For sure, but eventually, of course, it does become a job, and you some days are like, I'm late, and where's the freaking parking space, and the whole thing, and then I would think like, whoa.
But then you would think, but it's my parking space.
But you're also we worked in a place where they filmed all kinds of things, and it's now I suppose that they did All About Eve in that studio, and I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that they did.
What studio was that on?
20th Century Fox. I could be totally wrong.
You mean on the stage that you guys shot? It was All About Eve.
That's what I understand.
You know, at Warner Brothers, they had those placards out front.
Oh, the tell them.
The tell, that like where we were shooting the class was Anti-Mame and A Star Is Born and Yankee Doodle Dandy and all these things.
In 20th Century Fox, they painted big murals on the sides of some of the stages.
What they shot there.
So our stage had painted on the Oxbow Incident, which is a big old western.
It is.
And our other stage, yes, it is.
I'm at the Oxbow Incident stage.
You were. And the other one was the 7-Year Itch.
Oh, really?
So that was pretty cool. Those are and they're gigantic.
But see, you know what's cool about that too is probably Marilyn Monroe, when she was going on the lot at 20th Century Fox, thought, "Wow, I'm on the same soundstage as
Mary
such and
Pickford
such."
Or whatever.
Yeah. It never stops. We get to be a part of history.
There's nice history.
Someone will come on and say, Bill Brochtrup used to shoot
This
here.
is such a good segue, because I'm doing a play now called Secrets of the Trade.
Hey, can I just say that Bill is always doing a play? He's always doing... We have a group of friends that get together to watch Survivor and play games and all this stuff. And Bill is always having what we call play practice.
I'm always at play practice, which is lucky. Again, I feel lucky. But the play I'm doing now is kind of about the secrets of the trade. It's about the passing on of this kind of showbiz
show business
stuff.
Really?
It goes from one person to another that they talk about in Chinese restaurants and theater lobbies, as they say.
What would you say are the secrets of the trade for you?
That's a good question, Sim. I don't know. The secrets of the trade. You know what I do think the most important thing is? Trying to keep your attitude right. And I think that's very hard, and I feel like I work on that.
Well, especially because we're in a business where when you're doing well, people want to be near you because they think that it's contagious, and they're afraid. And when you're not doing well, they also think that's contagious.
And you're the same person.
Of course you are. And the great irony, of course, about show business is when you don't need stuff because you have a job and you're making a lot of money, people give you lots of things.
You get a lot of free things.
Free! Everything's free! And when you don't have a job, you couldn't buy it from them. Let's talk about something besides gifts.
It seems vulgar.
It does seem vulgar. He's always doing a play.
Or a play reading.
Oh my
I'm doing
God,
Noel Coward play reading this next week, and I'm missing some stuff because I'm doing Noel Coward tonight.
He grows a little mustache and he learns little songs.
I sang in that, and that I thought about you so often during that, and I'll tell you why. Because once we saw a play together, and you said that the thing about singing, and of course, obviously I respect, you're singing, and you said the thing about what makes a great singer is not necessarily just the voice, but it's about trying to communicate something, and trying to say something, and not just sounding like a trained singer, but sounding like who you are in your voice, expressing the song. And as not a singer, I thought about that many times as I was shaking there next to the piano, thinking like, "Oh God, here they're playing the intro, and I've got to sing this." And
but you have a lovely voice.
But it's not about the sound. But I don't have that kind of a sound. But I thought if I can communicate, what this song is about. You're the one who first said it to me. And I bet you don't even remember that. Yeah.
I've never. My greatest the people that I've admired the most have never been the great singers of like the. I mean, certainly I love a Streisand or I love a but the storytellers, the ones that I grew up on learning from, were more like Billie Holiday or Tom Waits, if we're more contemporary.
Right.
People who said something that would break my heart or make me think or make me listen. They weren't necessarily the person that I would stand back and say, wow, didn't that sound
what
great?
A voice. And I thought, because I can't compete on that kind of a level, but I thought maybe I can try to do the thing that you're saying, which is, to bring my own thoughts and feelings about this song out.
Well, do you know what now, you weren't doing a musical. You guys, in that situation, you were standing around a piano. It was a party scene. But do you know what someone
I was still nervous.
Oh, certainly. But do you know what, and this will add
especially
to what you're
the night
saying.
that you were there. I was...
Please, you were so wonderful.
God,
but somebody said a long time ago, why do we sing in musicals, right? Because the trick when any time you're singing is not how do I sing it, why am I singing it? It's just the same as acting. Not how do I say the line, why am I saying the line, right? In musicals, the person must sing because words are no longer enough. And they must dance because singing is no longer enough. It's the next level of words can't even capture this. I must put a melody to it. Because the singer in a musical is creating that melody, right? They're supposed to be making that up, just like lines for an actor, right?
Well, this is what, I gotta say, it brings it all around. You talk about those gifts and the perks and the parking spaces and all the nice things. It's this kind of thing that I think is the reason that we got into this. Because this kind of conversation, this is the stuff that I think interests us. I went into this because I wanted to be around the people who knew this kind of stuff, who
wanted to explore. I think that's the secret to anything is curiosity.
Do you think that we always keep learning?
I hope so.
Don't you think? I try to keep that in mind. When I was talking about attitude, I try to keep in mind all the time that we to stay young, to stay fresh, to stay interested and involved, we have to keep learning, not be the expert and think, oh, I know this.
Oh, that's the kiss of death.
But to keep staying interested.
I think so. And even people who achieve uber success, like Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, you know
right?
something. Now, do they
Oprah
feel that
Winfrey,
way?
I think the secret to Oprah Winfrey is that she remains curious. That when she's listening to someone, she's actually interested in what they're saying.
It's not a put on.
If she stopped being interested, I think we would know.
Well, I'll tell you, I do feel that watching Dennis Franz, for example, on NYPD Blue, to bring it back to that, the thing that I'm the most proud of about the show in that long run, and that we did it for such a long time, 12 years of the entire series, in that last episode, in the last moments, Dennis never was skating through, was never like, hey, where's my paycheck? Hey, what are we doing? He was always trying to figure out, how do I make this character work? How do I make Sikowitz real? He was a master to watch at that, because he never just skated through. He was always interested in investigating in this. I don't know how to... What's a word for this?
But you do that. You do that.
You
always do that with everything. And then when I'm joking about the, you're always doing a play or a play reading, there are so many actors, particularly in Hollywood, I must say, who they don't want to waste their time because there's no money in it. There's nothing.
No money in it. It's the this.
And you get stuff. It's the stuff. And you have the stuff. You're always investigating.
I hope so. I mean, that's the
plan.
That's the plan. And when I say that I hope so, it's that I feel like I'm working all the time to keep my attitude right, so that I'm in that space where I'm not just jaded or tired of it. Or
your life experience is always informing that thing. It's always what happens to us, what we go through, our losses, our loves, the things, is always informing the next thing that we do. We get to apply it to the next thing.
That's true.
That's why we get to be better actors and better singers and better writers and better... We don't look as good, but we're better at it.
And do we look... You look good.
No, but see, I don't. I look green somehow.
Are you guys recording? Oh my God, I wish I had a camera.
Okay, we should stop. Our food is about to arrive, and we're going to watch Survivor. This is the camera right there.
Oh, I'm always looking down here.
That's because you're looking at yourself, which is you're an actor.
Snag.
Okay. Do something wonderful for somebody. Anyone.
In Texas, some of the men do it. Others drill a hole and then do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. West Point cadets forming fours do it. People say all those gabals do it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love.